Alright, microphone check. Microphone check. I'm trying not to inhale when I walk in. What's up, everybody? It's Bloodshed Romance, and I'm back. That's right, everybody, I'm finally back. It's been 9 months since Bernie's computer build, and I haven't had a chance to sit in front of this camera at all. So I'm finally gonna do it, bite the bullet, committing right now. I am going to sit down and do this update video. I am now in this room permanently that I've done Bernie's computer build in because the roof caved in my old room. So the roof is physically okay now, but the material's still all scattered in the room, and I'm not putting it off anymore. I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna get a video out. I literally bought this couch 2 days ago, and I'm going to make this work one way or the other. A lot has changed in 2015, and 2016 I hope is just gonna keep going, but I'm still gonna try to make time for YouTube because there is a lot of videos I need to do stuff on. I've got the Barodynamics 660D Ts, Pros, whatever the hell they called, but you'll find that out. I've had some computer sound issues I've been working on literally almost the entire 9 months because I haven't been able to figure it out, but I've got workarounds. I'll go into details about that. I finally have a Razer Naboo. I love it when it works. I'll do a video on that. All kinds of stuff. I haven't forgotten about YouTube at all, but I haven't had time. So I really need to just sit down and do these things. A lot of things has happened to me personally. The truck is still there, so none of that's changed. But me as a person have kind of made some decisions. Like I made the decision to go get my concealed carry license so I can actually carry now. A lot of people have probably seen my redneck shooting videos, and that is what it is. You can think of me what you like to think of me. I am a tech person at heart, but I am still kind of a redneck. So aside from that, I've also had some problems with this room. This actual corner right here has actually been ripped up and redone because the bathroom got redone and one of the O-rings in it wasn't fitted correctly, so it was spraying water under the floor and making it basically cave in on me. So that's another thing that's been keeping me back, but I can make excuses for days. I just need to push past all these problems and get it over with. Speaking of bathrooms, water cooling my computer has been something I really wanted to do, but it's reasons like that why I won't, because I don't have replacement parts just laying around or anything. I've been looking into getting a NZXT G10 and water cooling my 7970. By the way, I'm still on my 8350 BioStar motherboard. I have upgraded to 32 gig of RAM, I believe, before I did a video on it. I got a Corsair 760 Platinum power supply now. I moved all of that stuff into the Fractal MIDI R2 and moved the 6800K into the Corsair Storm Scout Gen 1. I've also added a 5770 to the 6800K, and I picked up a couple more hard drives, but none of those really matter. And I have a 512 gig solid state, and that is amazing. Crucial MX100. It's $200. It was $200 a couple of months ago on Amazon, and it's pretty legit. Like if you want a solid state for cheap and don't want to break a bank on it, like a Samsung 850, they're pretty good. I'll do all of that in detail in my room tour whenever I get everything organized. So stay tuned for that. So aside from all that, I've changed my camera, ghetto-rigged some lights, so at least I have at least something flooding my face instead of just having an overhead and hoping for the best. One of my goals for 2016 is if I build a new computer, it's going to be an ITX build, just because I would like to have something smaller to pick up and carry around. The Storm Scout case was a good contender, but it's still really big and bulky, and now that ITX is becoming more common, that's kind of what I really have been looking into. The M-Case M1 has been the case I've been really wanting to work in, but I think it's just a little too small, at least to use my whole computer. The fact that AM3 can't go into ITX is one of the main things that's been holding me back, but I think with AM4, It's going to be able to get there. We don't know anything about Zen yet, obviously, but once Zen gets more closer to release, we're going to be learning stuff, so I'll try to figure out what I'm going to be doing, if I'm going to use AM4, if I'm just going to bite the bullet and go Intel. If I go Intel, I may not go Skylake. I'm probably going to go 2011-3. None of that's set in stone. I don't know what I want to do with it yet, but that's just something that's been playing in my head, and I kind of really want an ITX computer just because something about having a whole computer that can do everything I need it to and that small of a package, and not being a laptop, because I know there's computers like the Razer Blade out there that you can get and that's fine, but you can't upgrade those, and I want something that's a full-blown desktop that you can pick up and carry around. I still have the 7970, as I stated. I don't plan on upgrading that right now because I only run 1080p. I have my 3 monitors still. They're the same VS228, 21.5 inches. The 2 left monitors, or wait, 2 right monitors are my primary computer. The left monitor is right now the 6800K. I quit doing Eyefinity. Too much hassle. Half the games don't work with it. Half the stuff I do with it, I have to just disable it when I go back to desktop, so I gave up on it. It's really cool when you're playing things like racing games, but it's just a niche. It's not, to me, something that's going to be a daily driver type thing. As much as I'd like to say I want to get a Acer Predator X34, that's probably not going to happen. A monitor being $1,600, at least I believe that's how much they're going for. If you can get them, I would rather put that towards other things than a monitor. 21:9, my buddy has one. It's really nice, and if you haven't seen one, go to a store that you can find locally and at least look at them, because they are beautiful. But as far as my setup right now, I haven't changed it, and I gave up on Eyefinity pretty much. I did get my first domain name this year. It's bloodshedromance.com, which hosts our Seawolves Mercenary Unit landing page that a couple of members and I taught ourselves how to make, basically through trial and error. We think it came up pretty good because we didn't use anything like Squarespace or GoDaddy's own website builder. We just kind of did it in Notepad editors and saved them as HTML. It was actually kind of fun to do, but not something I'm really going to get into. Right now, all of our servers and stuff are going to say Seawolves, hosted by bloodshedromance.com. We have a TeamSpeak server open to the public currently. A Killing Floor 2 server. We've been playing with Serious Sam servers because well, at least I do. I love Serious Sam. I will always love Serious Sam just because it's crazy hilarious. I've been playing with a couple of other ones like Ark, but Ark is a real-time server, so if you're not on it like every day, your stuff that you're working towards is going to get eaten by dinosaurs or whatever, taken over by other people, whatever. I've been playing with it. It's not always on because I don't know what we want to do with that, because we don't have enough people to always be on doing stuff with it and worrying about animals dying and stuff like that. So it's just, if you want to come and hang out and play with us, I'll start the server up and we can hang out and play it. A couple of other games I've been playing with are Serious Sam, obviously, the Second Encounter, First Encounter. I haven't done 2 because 2 was kind of an offshoot for me. 3, kind of not, because First Encounter and Second Encounter are mostly what I've been playing. We've been playing around with some Serious Sam servers. Haven't really left one up because it interferes with the Killing Floor 2 server, and Killing Floor 2 right now kind of has a more active community. But I love Serious Sam, so if anybody ever wants to play Serious Sam, call me. Or actually go to my website and send the Seawolves an email, because that goes straight to my phone and I will see it. So yeah, or just come hang out on the TeamSpeak, because our members always are friendly and would love to talk to new people. You don't have to be pressured about joining. We don't care. But if you just want to come hang out, you're more than welcome. We're not going to make you sign any ridiculous terms of agreement, whatever. You come and hang out, that's great. Make sure you read the rules in our first channel. And if you break them, we will ban you. That's all you need to know. Come hang out. As far as me doing YouTube professionally goes, I don't think that's going to happen in the foreseeable future. There's so many great tech YouTubers out there already. I mean, come on. Linus Tech Tips, Jay's 2 Cents, Barnacules Nerdgasm, Awesome Sauce Network, Paul's Hardware, Hardware Canucks, Tech Syndicate. Get them all right? Pretty sure. Yay. As far as that goes, I mean, there's just so many already. I I can't really compete in their world, but I like tech and I want to do videos on tech, so I'm going to do videos on tech. If you like it, great. If you don't, well, I'm doing this as a hobby, so it doesn't really hurt my feelings, even though it's like and sub if you like it. As far as Land Syndicate goes, I would love to go, but I'm in South Carolina and I have a 2000 Dodge Ram. It gets about 12 miles to the gallon, and it's got a 26-gallon tank, so it's about 250 to 300 miles every time I go. At South Carolina's price of $1.60 a gallon, it's about 35 to 40 bucks every time I fill up, ish. It's just probably not going to happen, at least not me driving. I don't have an ITX system, and my computers are not small, so taking them on a plane isn't feasible. Shipping them, I'm totally against because they're my world. Like, I do everything on them. If one of my hard drives got busted, I'd be upset. I don't want to ship. I mean, I could take the graphics card out, I guess, but I have an NHD 15, if you last remember, and shipping that would be hellacious. So if I could take it as a carry-on, then that'd be great, because in an ITX system, I wouldn't have an NHD 15. The graphics card would be vertical. I'd have it probably at least kind of reinforced with something. I would like to get a 3D printer at some point this year. That's one of the goals I'd like. I wanted to get one this year, didn't happen. If I had one of those, I could 3D print some brackets. That would help transporting them immensely. But ultimately, I want to build an ITX system, preferably with like an M-Case M1. That would be the dream. I still haven't planned it out. As I said, it's either going to be Intel or AMD unless some third-party manufacturer shows up. But I've always been a fan of AMD. AM4 on paper is promising, but I guess we'll see. If it's not at least comparable to what Intel has, I'm probably going to build my first Intel system since, oh God. My last Intel system was a 775 chip. So, yeah. That'll be a really big comeback for Intel for me if I ever build an Intel system. But if I do, like I said, it'll probably be 2011 V3, not Skylake, because most of it's kind of with PCI lanes, but in an ITX system it doesn't matter, so that's kind of why I'm on the fence about it. The other side of it is Skylake is quad-core. 2011 V3 you can get 6-core or above even. So I'm still debating on it, like I said. Whenever I make a decision, obviously I'm going to do a video on it, so just subscribe and stay tuned if you're interested. Alright, so now that I've only got like 5 of you here, I love you. You're amazing. And I hope you enjoyed my stuff. I really do. If you don't, obviously you wouldn't stay subscribed, or even, well, if you clicked the video, you might have already clicked off by now, in which case I'm not talking to you. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a really long time. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you disliked it, and come hang out on my TeamSpeak. I really want to just hang out with some people. Get some new faces around. Maybe not faces, because you can't see people on TeamSpeak. But you get the point. Jay's 2 cents, Barnacules Nerdgasm, Linus Tech Tips, Awesome Hardware, Awesome Hardware. I even did it. I'm sorry, guys. Paul's Hardware and Awesome Sauce Network. I just talked about that the other day with my girlfriend. I can't believe I totally didn't screwed that up, didn't I? It's freaking 2 a.m.